So welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Gabriela Gabby. You don't know the vibes last go on true because if you was me, if you live in Trinidad, you know the weather. Like I can't even apologize for that because at the end of the day, oh you ain't going like it if I come out here and I drip in sweat. So yeah, the fan making noise, the fan had to do what the fan had to do. Beach vibes. I wish I was over near the beach with all this heat.
Oh gosh, the place too hot.
I've been away because I want to say I was busy, but I started off being busy and then I just kind of gave up the YouTube flow. But I've been thinking about missing I'm not lacking for ideas. I never lack in ideas. It's just resources and energy and motivation. Them thing I just be lacking. But yes, so I know like my channel mainly started to grow with story times, and I have stories. It's just that I feel like I'll get in trouble if I tell them. So I wanted to drop a little story time for the longest while. Since the date happened, I say I come on YouTube, I go and do a story time. But over time, I've been reading my Bible, reading Proverbs. I just decide that that is not the wisest thing to do. It might cause, it have the potential to harm me in a way because it's about working the job place, right? And of course I'm still looking for jobs. I still applying and saying I don't want this to affect my reputation and stuff like that. For example, I went for a job interview and I was interviewed by the owner of the company. Now this was a big company. And the lady said she sees my TikTok. I was like, oh my goodness, I know that it's not like if I was anybody famous or anything, and this rich person, this person who have so much, well, not power, but she in a position where you might need something from her, and she see in my video if I was saying like story times about the workplace, it had a possibility I would not get that job, and I actually ended up getting the job. So that just goes to say I start to realize I need to be real careful with what I'm putting out there. So when I say I'm not playing out story times, it's not that I don't have stories. I have stories. I just afraid to tell it. That's what they want, and they want you to be afraid to come out and see what's going on. But it's a professional thing to do, and I learned that. I don't know how people just be talking about, I got fired from Royal Castle and why I quit Royal Castle. Oh, you're real brave because calling up company name and thing that could really bite you in your back in the future, and I'm not trying to take no risk like that. But I do want to tell all you where I have been for the past few days. Not past few days, past like 3 months, what's been going on. So all your girl do not like to be broke. The worst feeling is having no money, and then the second worst is having to work a job every day that you hate. And I've been both ways. I don't prefer either. But sometimes you just have to be a grown up and go and work. And working as a young adult is very stressful, especially in Trinidad. But these days I've been making sure that if I just quit jobs there, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes enough does be enough, and people just really abuse you on the workplace. So I realized that over just about the past year or 2 years, I've worked 6 jobs. Like I remember when I was writing up my resume, I didn't even have a job experience to put. Now I could put now I don't even be putting some of the jobs that I would because I feel like it's not relevant, or I don't even bother to put it because I don't want them calling the business owner or anything like that. So that really shows how things just change in a snap of a finger. But currently unemployed, but we'll get to that in a few seconds. So I want to tell you about the very first job I worked. I was 18 years old, and I was studying agriculture at the time, still studying that, and I was working in an agricultural related business, and it was more the groundwork. It wasn't office work, it wasn't advisory, it was I was the only girl there, and it was hard labor, but I did prepare myself for hard labor. But on top of that, the owner of the business was so abusive. She used to insult me, she used to underpay me, the money was like this. And I remember staying there, I would get abused whole time. And I stayed there for about 2 months. I used to go part-time while I was in school, and then over the Christmas vacation, I went full-time, and I quit on Christmas Eve. Because I kind of quit for wickedness, because that lady was real abusive. And I know that it was going to be a busy day, and she really needed workers, so I decided to quit that day. But I get older now, I wouldn't do something like that again. Just saying. But that was my first job. And then I didn't work for a good while after that. After that, I quit. I tried to be a kitchen assistant. I quit that job the first day because that thing looked real hectic, dangerous, depressing. The distance was too far. So I only last a day in that kind of work environment. But I'll try it again if it's nearby. But so far, you see, distance is a real problem. I learned that the hard way when you're working a job too far. Now the third job I worked, that is crazy because that was recently, and I worked so much jobs after, well, 3 jobs after that, which is plenty relatively. And I remember working in this popular call center, and to me that was really like my first job, because it was the first more like professional environment. And like that job for me was very hard, but it really taught me a lot about working and work ethics and stuff like that. And I decided that I was going to learn to hold on to a job even though it was hard. And I ended up quitting because I was going to school. Of course, I was going to school and working, which is very hard, and it was certain they were having a problem with me taking time off to go to school. And I was like, let me choose education because I cannot work this job for the rest of my life. I need a high paying job. Exactly, you get what I said? I want to be rich. So I was like, let me stay in school and choose school over this job. And that's why I quit. But the job was not easy. I quit because of school, but I really found the way to find some motivation, some way to hold on, and a little discipline. So it really taught me that. And then after that, now I just went on vacation. So right now I'm on vacation from school, and I just was like, I don't know what to do with myself and stuff like that. So I started working with my cousin, the business field. And that was a small thing, I still get a little cash to enjoy myself, go on dates with my for the vacation and thing. And I wasn't complaining, I wasn't exactly broke or anything. I had all my savings from the last job. And then, this is what was crazy. So, I started to work a job. I'm going to tell you I was working security, right? And it was very far. And all the savings, what I saved to go to this next job, that from the previous job, I spent it out going to and from this workplace. But I thought to myself, alright, I will make it back. And then a family member, now this is a real story time where I wanted to, but I'm going to go into it. So I say, alright, I'll spend out my savings to go to and from this job to get lunch and stuff like that. And then a family member said that they wanted me to come and work in a teaching job, right? So, of course, from being a security guard to being a teaching job now, I was like, all right, yeah, well, there's, I might get something nice upon my resume and thing. I'll go and take that job. That family member make me quit my job that I spent so much money to go to and from. And I quit far before payday, right? So I had no money. And I take the last sum of money to go buy that family member to spend some nights, right? Plural. And that family member fired me for my side of the story, I would say no reason. I don't want to get into details. And that real hurt me. I was real bitter. I was thinking about coming and doing a story time and thing, but I was like, you know what? Whether they do you wrong or not, that's still going to be a family, right? I still going to be related to that person. and that's not the wise thing to do. And I just was like, you know what, I always go and have my qualification, go and always go and have my work ethics. I'll just forgive this person and I'll get a next job. So same week, that family, now mind you, all this time I had no money because I spent it out working. So a next job called, but it was a temporary job, and it was like, you want to work for this state to this state. I was like, yeah, and then here why I did not go to that job, because my boyfriend asked me if I wanted to go to Tobago. I was like, yeah, because working obviously not making sense, because I spent out my money, all my savings going to work, and I have no money. So I was like, you know what, I called them. I was like, I'm not interested in job again. I have to go to Tobago. And I told them the exact thing. I was like, forget that, I'm going to. Sometimes you just have to make, you know, I'm young. I was like, forget that job, yes. And I went to Tobago and I enjoyed myself. I was supposed to vlog it, but we ended up not making no videos. It was a good time, but small thing. So yeah, I ended up going to Tobago over a job.
No money. No money.
That could be a whole story time by itself, but yeah. Anyway, so the moral of the story is working is hard sometimes. It do not make sense. You understand? But anyway, yeah guys, so I end up getting paid from all them jobs and things. I still have less money from when I had just had it back up in my savings. So it kind of didn't make sense. But where I was working for most of the vacation, and then the rest of the vacation I was just home, going on dates, going exercising, going in the gym and things like that. But I'm back now.
Big up to my sister for distracting me.
I didn't get to properly finish out the video, but before I make it to the end, thank you for watching. Work hard, something must be off, but if it's not making sense, go to Tobago, enjoy yourself, live your life, you know, just take care of yourself, follow all your dreams, and things will work out. You know, it didn't work out 100% for me yet, but I'm still blessed, I'm still grateful to God that, you know, I'm alive and everything, and I just try to make the best of whatever I have. And I want all you to do the same. So enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be more consistent. Bye bye.